Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to spend just the next few minutes chatting to you about CPPE's brand new Foundation Practice Programme, which we're going to launch this autumn. This is a really exciting development for us at CPPE, as we're going to be delivering a 12-month programme of learning to support newly qualified community pharmacists. We're going to be giving priority to independent and small multiple pharmacies. We know that these individuals are less likely to have support post-qualification than pharmacists who work in large multiples or in hospital. So that's really where our focus is going to go. And this is a really fantastic opportunity for them to get support in that first year of practice. So the programme supports newly qualified pharmacists to develop competence in core areas of community pharmacy practice. And we're really focusing on both developing them as individuals and developing their practice. The programme is mapped to the RPS Foundation Practice Framework. So the RPS framework supports pharmacists for the first 1,000 days of practice, and we're going to do the first year of this. The reason for this is to allow learners to then go on to undertake diplomas or other programmes of study at the end of this period. We've been working with Beth, the RPS, to consider the learning and the learning format, and we'll be using lots of the excellent RPS resources that they have, like their portfolio format and their assessment templates. So the programme's going to launch on the 1st of October this year, and we're going to take an initial cohort of 200 pharmacists. They're going to undertake a structured programme of learning in a very blended format. So as well as online learning, there'll be a variety of learning activities for them to undertake, both online and in their own workplace. There'll be workshop attendance, so they'll be attending workshops from our existing provision, and we'll signpost them to local workshops in their area. And assessment both online and in their workplace. Possibly the most exciting development from this is that we're going to have work-based tutor support for these individuals in their workplace. So every pharmacist on the programme will be allocated a work-based tutor, and that work-based tutor will go into their workplace to undertake 6 meetings with the tutee over the course of the programme. This is both to undertake assessment and to provide formative feedback to the individual and help them to identify areas for development and support them to develop in their workplace.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. I'm just here this morning to let you know about our next national campaign. CPPE have committed to running 2 campaigns a year, 2 national campaigns. So we had polypharmacy in spring this year, and our next one for autumn 2016 will be urgent care. So this picture that you see in front of you is our lovely new urgent care virtual badge, which I'll come back to later, but you're the first people outside of the team to see that. It will be a 5-week campaign starting on the 3rd of October 2016, and the aim is really to get pharmacy professionals in all sectors to understand their role in urgent care, and also really to galvanise them to think about the opportunities that are available to them to extend their scope of practice and to change the way that urgent care is provided for patients and make urgent care pathways more effective and inclusive of pharmacy.
So we're going to develop an eCourse, a study day, and an assessment to guide people through this particular topic. The eCourse itself, I've put the aim up for you here, is to help people gain the knowledge and understanding that they need to engage actively in clinical medication reviews. We're going to take them through some of the key clinical conditions. Obviously, we're aiming at those which most people are living with at the moment. We're going to help people understand where to go to for information so that they know the right resources to use and what their place is, and also to help them in clinical decision making and understanding those processes. Honestly, the aim of all of that is that our colleagues will develop the appropriate level of clinical judgment and the skills to make the right recommendations to a prescriber following a clinical medication review. And all of this follows on from the work we've done on consultation skills, so I'm not suggesting that we do this despite the patient, but with the patient.
Okay, so my name's Claire, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the next focal point. So just to let you know that obviously CPP developed focal points to deliver short, clinically focused learning sessions, and the aim was to support pharmacy professionals to improve the services that they currently offer to patients. We deliver 2 of these focal points on clinical events each year, and as Paula already said, our next one is due to start in September, and it's going to be on epilepsy. So a focal point consists of 2 books. We have book 1, which is the pre-reading, which is done at home, and that normally assesses the learning needs and sets a baseline level of knowledge. And then we also have book 2, which is done on the workshop on the evening, which covers case studies and clinical vignettes, which the pharmacy professionals can work through together and put into practice all the learning that they've covered in book 1. We also have an area called Directing Change, and that's to try and reflect and consider on the learning that they've done and how they can change their practice when they go back to work.
So I'm going to talk to you today about the Learning Disability Distance Learning Programme that I'm developing with CPPE. This is a distance learning that will be available as a PDF from September online via the CPPE website. And the key drivers for why we developed the programme were some of the high-profile historic cases of poor care of people with learning disability, things like Winterbourne View and many more, and also the overuse of psychotropic medicines in this group. So the learning is going to be divided into 5 sections because it's quite a broad topic. It will be setting learning disability in context, consulting with people who have a learning disability, learning disability and physical health, mental health disorders and behaviour that challenges, and that will specifically focus on some of the use of psychotropic medicines, and sometimes it's the right thing to do, but we know that these medicines are being overused. And finally, building to medicines optimisation for people who have a learning disability. Integrated into the programme, and there'll be a series of videos. Some of these will be patient stories and the stories of carers or parents who have children with learning disabilities. And there'll also be videos demonstrating what good looks like in terms of consulting with people who have a learning disability.